Welcome back to the Serenity Journey. This is James, and we are diving deeper into conflict. And we're going to be talking today about inner conflict. And I'm actually going to be kind of doing this lifestyle while recording instead of being doing it live. In other words, I'm going to do very little editing on this. But I'm doing this to showcase one of the concepts of what we can do to resolve inner conflict. And so for me, I have this huge conflict, and this is part of it. We have to first identify the conflict, right? So anytime we have a self-sabotaging habit, we have a habit where we tend to hold ourselves back. I was just at a live stream last night with Dear Dana here on YouTube, and we were talking about what holds us back, what gets in the way of us moving forward. And so as I've been looking into myself, and I'm really trying to decide, and I have this one belief inside of myself that's been getting in the way of me really doing what I want to do with my content. So I thought I'd, share it here today. So I have this belief that I'm here for a purpose. And part of that purpose is to shift the consciousness of this planet by diving into mysticism and diving into spirituality and diving into the unconscious aspects of ourselves and bringing those things into consciousness and helping to bring the consciousness of the planet up so that we can have more peace and serenity in our lives. And in doing so, we have to dive into our own internal conflict. And I have this conflicting belief within myself that's keeping me from doing what I really want to do with the content. One of the things that I look at is I truly, honestly look at myself, and I stop looking at everything outside of myself that's getting in my way. I look into myself and I say, okay, here I am. This is who I am. This is what I'm here to do. Why am I not doing it? For me, the reason I haven't been doing it is this belief that I have that was given to me years ago. And I love the person that gave it to me dearly. It's one of my great mentors, but it was a very toxic belief that's getting in my way. And so we're going to talk about that. One of the things that we do is we learn and we expand and we grow. We sometimes create conflict in our belief systems because as we start becoming conscious creators in our existence, we start consciously creating our beliefs, but we have old beliefs that we haven't erased yet that are in conflict with the new beliefs that we're creating. And this sets us up for self-sabotaging behaviors that are going to get in the way of our own progress. And that's what I'm working on right now. And I have this belief that I thought I had kind of worked on it and gotten rid of it, and it keeps coming back. So it's still ingrained in there, and I'm going to continue working on it. May not fully resolve it today, but I wanted to be open and honest about it. So years ago, I had a spiritual teacher who was a very dear friend of mine and somebody that is still a great mentor to me. But he told me that truly spiritual people that have these kind of gifts will never put a price on their service. And I adopted that into my belief system, and this was repeated to me over and over and over again, and I ingrained it into part of my belief system unconsciously without even thinking about it. Now, the downside of this is now as I'm trying to make my career around helping people with spiritual ideas and spiritual principles and bringing this stuff into I have to find a resolution in this conflict of I feel like my entire purpose for being here is to do this work. It has to be my life's work, and it's what I was born to do. But I also have to provide for my family. I have to provide for myself. I have to put a roof over my head. Creating this content costs me money and time. And in order to make this my life's work, I have to make enough money from it to be able to pay those bills. At the same time, I have this belief that says I cannot charge for what I'm doing because that would be breaking free of my spirituality. And I have all these other conflicting ideas. So I've been working on my ideas around money and beliefs around money. And one of the things around money is that money is just energy. And we have to have an exchange of energy in order for things to flow. But I can't put a price on my services because I have this belief that says I can't put a price on my services because I was told to believe that by somebody who was a very spiritual person, but was coming from an outdated paradigm. So I have to resolve this conflict in order for my business to move forward, in order for me to be able to put myself out there and get out of my own way and stop sabotaging my own success. I have to find resolution with this internal conflict. So we're going to work on this one today. We're going to walk you through some of the things that I do to resolve this kind of conflict as I identify it within myself. This requires a lot of introspection. It took me some deep meditation trying to say why am I, and that one started coming up again. And I was like, I thought I had already dealt with this one. I thought I had already worked on this one in my life. But evidently it's still there because it keeps coming up. I can't put a price on my services. So what do we do to resolve this conflict? I'm going to talk to you some of the work. I've already been working on it a little bit this morning, but I thought I need to record this and I need to share this with people so that people have a way. And it doesn't have to be the same conflict. You can do this with any conflict you find within yourself. Anytime you have two opposing beliefs, which is most self-sabotaging behaviors, is because you have two opposing beliefs within yourself, and this is creating conflict in yourself. And anytime you're making excuses for not doing the work you need to do, it's because you have this kind of conflict inside. You need to dive inside your own unconscious and find it. This is why we meditate. This is why we contemplate and we just sit with those feelings. What is that feeling? And this is something I've been sitting with this morning. And so I've been sitting with it. And as I'm sitting here saying, I love you for that. I believe that I cannot charge for my spiritual work, but I need to in order to provide for my family. And I love you for that. And I love myself for having this ability to have this conflict in my life, and I love you for that. And so we're going to just sit and we're going to breathe that in and allow that feeling to come up. You're not being true to your spirituality if you're charging for this work. And now you accept that you're there, and I love you for that. And what does that mean? It means that I can't charge for helping people? No. Does that mean that I have to serve completely and totally, give it all away? No. We give a lot away, and it's okay. It's good to give a lot away, and we can give and give and give and give as much of it as we can. But at some point, we have to receive as well. We have to be open to receiving. And can I open myself up to receiving? I am closed from being able to receive. And I love you for that. And I love you for that. And so what I'm doing is I'm just sharing this, and I'm kind of trying to verbalize what I'm feeling inside myself so that you can kind of follow along and do this with any conflict that you have yourself. This is my life's work. This is what I was born to do. This is what I'm here for. And I love that you know that about yourself. And I'm an energy healer, and I have this capacity to heal people using spiritual energy. And I'm okay with that. And I can love myself for that. And thank you for allowing me to have that. And I can't charge for that work. And it's okay. And it's okay to allow people to donate for that kind of work without putting a price on it. And could we do that? Could we allow people to donate to us without putting a price on what it would take for that kind of work? Specifically, the energy healing work. And we could do that. And would people donate? That's up to them. We can't control whether they give to us or not. But would you be willing to allow yourself to receive in that way? Would you be willing to allow yourself to receive by giving that conflict to them? Yeah, we could do that. We can do that, and we can receive through allowing people to give what they feel they need to give. Whether it's nothing or if it's everything they have. And as we allow people to give, will we allow people to also share? Maybe they can give in other ways by giving of their time, because one of the things that you need is a team to help you, and that team probably is also going to have bills to pay. And so could we allow other people to give so much to us that we had the money to pay for a team to help us do this work? And I could allow that. And could you charge for maybe sharing some of these ideas, but not the energy work? That's a hard one. I'm struggling with that, but I have I love you for struggling with that. So we share these ideas and these principles, and we can write books, and we can write things, and we can share these ideas, and we can create some videos that people have to pay for access to. But we can also give those away as well. So yes, you have a price on it, but you also have the ability to give it to anyone you choose to. Could you be okay with that? Could we figure out a way to set that up where you could allow certain people to have it for free when you give it to them, but you have a page where people can pay for access to it? Does it diminish the value to the people that paid for it versus the people that got it for free? Maybe those people that got it for free gave in some other way. And so could we allow ourselves to have a price that we put on certain things, but we also have ways that people can get them without that? Some scholarships, some ways to access the content for free for some of it. And could we allow people to pay us for our time? And ask people that want that one-on-one time that they give something in return for that. Would that be okay? For teaching purposes, yes. For sharing of these ideas and sharing some of these strategies and techniques that we use, if they wish to have energy work, that would be different. And we would still give that away. Could we do it that way? Be difficult, but yeah, we could do it that way probably. Is it okay for people to ask for money for the work that they do for you? Yeah. So why wouldn't it be okay for you to ask for money for the work that you do for others? Can we find a sense of harmony in that? And so we still have the integrity of our energy work being freely available to those who need it. And still allowing donations if they're available. But also having the availability to do the teaching and the principles and these ideas, and giving much of that information away for free, but still having the ability for people to pay for it as well. May have to contemplate this some more and sit with it until we feel okay with it. And so, as you can see, I'm kind of just working my way through these ideas, and I'm just allowing it to come up. I'm trying to verbalize what I'm feeling coming up inside of me. It's not necessarily things that I've contemplated fully before. I'm not sitting here, scripting this out or anything. This is all just what's flowing through me as I'm trying to say. I'm trying to put words to what I'm feeling inside as I sit with this, and I just surround this idea with love and this belief with love, and what is the way that I can find this resolution between these ideas. That's really all I'm doing. And you can just do this with any kind of conflict you're having internally, is to sit with it and feel it and allow yourself to have it and allow it to be there in your life and surround it with love, but also say, are we allowing this in our lives? And so this is, now some ideas coming out of how could we monetize what we're doing here without taking advantage of people, without using people. Because I hate to take advantage of people. And I'm not here to, get rich or any of that kind of stuff. But I still got a family to feed. I got a roof to put over our head. So we got to figure out a way to do all of that. That's one of the things that I'm working on in my own life. I'd love to know what conflict you're dealing with right now. And if you need some help dealing with that conflict, let me know. And we'll see if there's something that we can do. Maybe we can create some specific videos to help you deal with a specific conflict, or talk to people one-on-one. So let me know in the comments below, and make sure you check out this video where we talked about conflict that we just put out, and help you to find resolution of the conflicts that you have in your own life. We love you. Be at peace, and we'll see you the next time.